God, who are my enemies? Who are my collective enemies? What do we face ahead? These cards for expression. Who are my enemies? Who are my collective enemies? And what lies ahead? A balancing act of luck. A course where you can manifest destiny. Even in the road of unexpected events and adversity, you are in your true north. Only you can steer you out of that. Okay? Too many cards here. Only you can steer you out of your true north. You may have threats to your stability or prosperity at the moment, to your resources. We have the Four of Pentacles here, signifying that due to this attack to your resources, your stability, and your prosperity, to many cards, that you have a vice grip on like what you have. Like you're keeping a like everything in the book like is written like down to the penny in red. Like, that's literally what I'm seeing. Like, you're writing things down to the penny. Like, wow. And it's not that you're being stingy. It's just a frugal time for you. Okay? Frugal. Frugal. Okay? Five of Pentacles. So, as I was saying, you may have had some stability issues, okay? As you have persisted on a spiritual journey, you may have felt spiritually impoverished. You're like, I think I'm doing everything right. I thought I was doing everything right. But how do I end up like this? How can I end up like this? Creating this level of lack mentality that you don't normally have. You know, that's not your normal state of being, but because you keep getting hit and hit and hit, you feel alone, and it's hardship. And then deep worry. Very deep worry. Very deep worry due to your resources, like whatever instability is showing itself right now in it. But I want you to know, and we all know this, like this changes. Our stability changes throughout this life. Like some days years, we up. It might be a year, we might be, you know, a little stagnant. And then here we are, we plateau the next year. Or we might win a little lower the next year. It's where you desire to be and where you are going to bring yourself once you've come to this place of understanding that, like, okay, I'm not where I want to be, but I can make better of my situation. You know? What else can I share with the collective? These cards are going to go crazy. Here we're going to need a healing card for this deck. Any additional messages? So, you may have had someone who may have put you out. Okay. We have 10 of Cups here on the bottom. Well, it flipped. It was on the bottom, but yes, it flipped over. I'm going to take a look at it for you. Okay, stability is on its way to you. Blissful relationships, divine love, in whatever way that feels, you know, beautiful to you. You know, we all define divine love differently. True love and support, alignment, fulfillment. You know, that true sense of family is coming for you. Then we have the 7 of Cups. Okay. And this shows that things are moving into a better space for you. You're choosing not to be distracted by other circumstances, other thought patterns that left you in that lack mentality. So this is you rising from what you burned yourself out from, right? Meaning telling yourself the things that are not in the best manner of being like the best critic to yourself. You know, there's a worst critic and the best critic for yourself. This is you being your worst critic for yourself, like, and then coming out of that and learning that I have tunnel vision. I can focus on what's in front of me and not have to bring my attention to many other options that are out there, because I know that this is a for sure thing. I can count on this thing. And this is you choosing that thing, right? Okay, this you're having that clarity and that alignment. We all got a lot of options, but can you focus on that one thing? Can you focus on creating? Can you focus on being what you need to be, doing what you need to do, right? Okay, you may have had some moments of when you've been neglecting your inner child. So with this comes the healing and going back in. If you don't have children, where you can go play with them and have those little intimate moments. Buy a toy, play a game, check out of this 3D reality in color, paint, do something that brings you joy, a deep inner joy. Watch a cartoon, eat a bowl of cereal. Like, whatever makes you, you know, be you, okay? And this is 10 of Swords. So within this, you know, this glow up that's happening for you, there will be painful endings. There will be tower moments. There will be the fat lady motherfucking singing. Okay, you know, to say, the show's not over till the fat lady sings. I think it's like an opera term. I know it's old school. I'm a 90s baby, so you get the term. But yeah. So this gives the you know, the phoenix rising as she sings that final note, like, ah, you just see a phoenix just, you know, flapping its beautiful wings, and it's just like, I've risen, I've rebirthed, I've become who I need to become through this cycle. Through the betrayal, through the failures, through the deep wounding, through every single piece of me I bled out in fragmentation and brung back into devotion, into veneration of the self. The one true self, right? It happens. It's the death and rebirth cycle. And it's beautiful to be able to go through it year after year, return after return, because it gives you a new output every time, more experience every time. Allow the death, allow the endings, allow the failures, allow the joys, allow the wins, allow the blisses. Allow it all. Allow it all. Then we have the Empress here and Nine of Pentacles. Okay? So as you are allowing this all, you can embody this full energy of divine femininity. You can come into the understanding of who Mother Gaia is, right? Mother Universe, Daughter Gaia. Embodying full creation of life, beauty, unconditional love, the balance of light and dark, fertility within your mind, your heart, your womb. A very fertile woman. A very fertile woman. Abundance, luxury awaits you with your Nine of Pentacles. You are rewarded for your efforts. You are rewarded for your efforts. So that means continue to do what you're doing. Continue to walk in this beautiful light. Continue to keep growing in spite of who tried to knock you down, in spite of those enemies, in spite of you being your own worst enemy, you being your own worst critic. Build yourself up, divine feminine, back into a light bigger than the one you had possessed before you chose to dim your light. Okay, I'm gonna get a healing card here, or a message from the angels. It can only take what we allow them to take, right? And it can only get what we allow them to give, is what I'm hearing. So this isn't to beat you up or bash you across the head. This is to let you know you've always possessed the strength to knock it out or allow it in. Okay? You have always held that power, no matter what they told you. And I'm here to let you know it. Okay, got one card here. Helping others is helping yourself. For the law can be summed up in this one command. Love your neighbors as yourself. Found in Galatians 5:14. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. Okay? And I explain this so many times to some of my family. For me, my perspective on a portion of the scriptures of turning the other cheek. Okay, so you have a very beautiful friend, right? Meaning of the heart. You're like, my friend, you have deeply offended me, right? And you're like, but you know what? It's an offense that I will take to the cheek, right? So, one strike on me, right? Because I said, I'm still going to accept this person as my friend, okay? Stay with me. I'm still going to accept this person as my friend. So they've already slashed me on my left cheek, my right cheek. So I'm going to continue to be their friend, just to see if they're going to slash me again on my left cheek. Who are you truly as a friend? Are you someone who's going to be there, not in harm, all in genuinity? There's no harm, no foul, because we should all know how to treat our neighbor, right? We literally all should know how to treat our neighbor, because it should be the way we want it to be treated. You wouldn't take your neighbor's partner because you wouldn't want your neighbor to take your partner. You wouldn't, you know, cause havoc for others that you wouldn't want cause for yourself. And this is just the law of the balance of life. Do unto others as you'll have them do unto you. Because the circle will come back. We all know that. Okay? What goes around comes back around always. Okay? In one quick moment. Yes, beautiful. My phone was dying. So I wanted to get a few more messages for you from our Chosen Ones 144 Majigata Tea deck. I was guided to grab this deck about 2 or 3 years ago, so I've been working with it for a few years. Understanding more about myself, the collective, and different energies that are existing with us in this moment. In this time and space. No more shuffle, I feel very stiff. One card flew out. Success. And that's what we were just ending the tarot session talking about. Like, you're just working through you. I'm hearing the kinks and the this, and then I'm like, it's you. Working through you. You are the greatest challenge of this lifetime. Conquering yourself. Because your reaction to your environment, your reaction to your environment, your degree of worthiness that you find within the esteem of yourself, your willingness to heal, the gratitude that you're willing to express inwardly, outwardly, this truly creates and shapes the soul's path. So, do you want success or do you want something less? Tarot reader. So, you may also have skills of reading tarot, which is very beautiful. Okay, a diviner, a seer, an oracle. And it may be something passed down to your bloodline. I once met a friend who was Puerto Rican when I lived in Georgia in my first apartment. And she said that the tarot decks are passed down in her family. And I thought that that was so beautiful. And she read my cards for me. And that was very beautiful as well. And yeah, I miss her so much. I haven't seen her in years, but she moved to Florida. And maybe significant, someone may live there or be Puerto Rican. Your dreams are coming true. Stay focused. Stay in your tunnel vision. Stay away from what causes you setbacks. Okay? And you may feel tied to Atlantis. So do some research on that. I'm still learning about Atlantis. Do some research on that. Because that's my biggest key. I have to research it because that's how I know, or go within. If I don't know what it is, sometimes I like to do a little research on the smallest, basic background about it, and then go into, understanding more about it from the inside. What have you? Any other cards, please? But yes, you have a beautiful path that you're on. Stay in the knowing of that, It doesn't matter what it looks like, smells like, feels like to others around you. I once had someone tell me that they felt like my life was going in a circle. And for me, I'm like, in my head, my head was like, no, it's more like a spiral. But I'm like, do not say that. Make it sound like a sarcastic bitch, right? No, it's more like a spiral. But no, that's truly how I felt. I'm like, but who are you to look at my life and think of where it's going? I'm the one who's inside of my body. I'm the one who's walking through my healing. And though I may not talk about it, don't mean that I may not be about it. So you don't see what I'm doing doesn't mean that there's no proof in what I'm putting down, right? So continue to be who you are. Continue to thrive and strive. Rebirth. Flipped over by itself. So I'm going to get like that. Continue to be who you are. Like I said, you're that phoenix rising through all this shit. Okay? All this shit. And no one has to see it but you. Because who else is there with you? Your creator. And that's the only person who needs to say, whoo, you did that this lifetime. Look, you ain't coming back. You ain't coming back. The creator is just talking about that. Because you're God's ambassador. Okay? You one of God's. You one of the 144 chosen ones. Okay? Who's been underestimated. This is why people have tried to keep you down. Okay? This is why they try to create setbacks for you. Instability. No prosperity for you on their behalf. A taking of your resources. Okay? But you're going through a DNA upgrade. And this comes with the rebirthing. New cells. New cellular activation. So you may have some ascension symptoms, like strange things happening to your body that you typically don't go through. You may even not feel hungry. Okay? Because you're digesting so much energy to balance yourself. Okay? A lot of energy to create those black sheep of the family. And it has to do with being underestimated, right? Everybody, and I'm not saying friends. When I say friends, you're not saying, but it's like, you know, sometimes you can feel like even your closest confidants may not fully be, you know, on board for your dreams. But that's why that's your dreams, you know, that's your path. And it's beautiful to have our friends and family come along with us. But, you know, what works for you is what works for you. Okay? And the black sheep of the family is not easy either. Being underestimated while all along you was God chosen, was his given. David. See? I'm here, David. Oh, damn it. It was David. I'm hearing the story of when they went to the house to see 11 of the boys, and they're like, don't you have a 12th son? I know I'm hearing Benjamin to something, so I need to read my word again. But yeah, so they're like, okay, we came to see all of the young men who live in your home, you know, to the father. And he's like, okay, yeah, well, come see him. And he's like, you have 12 sons, right? And he's like, well, yes, I do. And he's like, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Where's the other one? Surely there's one more to see. And he's like, well, basically he's the run of the litter. You know, he's the black sheep. He's the little shepherd boy. He's the underestimated one who hasn't had his DNA upgrades yet. None of his superpowers. He hasn't showed us what he can do yet. So to us, he's just the boy who's out in the field. He's number 12. They're like, no, we want to see him. So they proceed, they show, and turns out that's who they came directly for. So that comes with synchronicities. 222, 333, 444, 555, 1111, and 1010. And here we got one more card left in the Magic got the T144 deck. We'll be closing out this reading. Dark Night of the Soul, the Purge. So as you're going through this rebirthing, yes, there's a lot to purge out. These negative energies, these low vibrations, the fucked up 3D-sters. 3D-sters. Like, you got me fucked up. Like, dead ass. These people who tried to hurt you. In the beginning of this reading, it's just like, it's giving competitiveness. It's giving, I'm holier than thou. And the holiest is the most holy, right? The most high. And who the fuck are you to think that you can step on what God is birthing through me, right? What God has asked me to share, what God has allowed me to access through my healing process, through my purging, through my pruning, right? So with that, sister, our divine masculines who feel connected, who are balanced within their divine femininity, let them keep thinking you're the underdog. Let them keep underestimating, because you're levitating, right? You're levitating. So it's like, y'all can think whatever y'all want. Y'all can, send whatever my way. The only thing you need to do about that is to, I send back whatever people send to me times however much. Because if it's love, it's love. If it's hate, it's hate. If it's bliss, it's bliss. If it's joy, it's joy. Like, why do you want to send anything other than a beautiful ascended lifetime to me? So, I love you so much, chosen one. Let me see if we have one more healing mantra to go with our angel card. Okay. One more shuffle on this. And thank you so much for coming in. My name is Ishani Zamboto. We came in to find out who your enemies are. Only you know who they are. I'm going to see a few things on the faces in a second. Bathed in divinity is in here. It's coming. Is as brilliant as the sunrise. Okay? And that's your Christ consciousness. Your coming is as brilliant as the sunrise. You're coming into self. You're coming into self-consciousness. You're coming into your consciousness of Christ and awareness of the soul. Okay? And then leave a trail of love as you walk the earth. Okay? Whatever they did, it doesn't matter no more. Okay? God is watching. You're one of God's. Okay? What a variety of things you have made. In wisdom, you have made them all. Okay? Oh Lord. And that's Psalm 104:24. That's you in mesmerization of the creation that's here. The moon, the stars, the plants, the mountains, the earth, the waters. This is you, the majesty, okay? Activating the third eye. I am willing to see beyond my beliefs, ideas, and conclusions. I am willing to see beyond. Beyond means past. Beyond means a rebirthing of the mindset, okay? I am willing to see beyond my beliefs, beyond my ideas. Means I can incorporate others. I can incorporate with the co-creator, with my co-creations, okay? I'm not just here to do this alone, okay? And conclusions. I come to conclusions, but can my conclusions be multi-perspective? Can they? Can you dare to be multi-perspective, okay? And you're dispelling sadness. I will feel better once I get the rest I need. So this is calling you to rest. I will feel better once I get the rest I need. One more card, please. Close out this reading, please. Stay in your success era. Keep your thoughts high, okay? I'm here for your encouragement. I will drop my email in case you need to email me, okay? This pack can be treacherous. Feeling alone, feeling the success felt too, you know? Okay, this wants to come out. Rewiring the subconscious. So I'm going to read this. This is your last mantra. The more I embrace feeling good, the less often I will feel bad. The more I embrace feeling good, so we're going to say the more I embrace feeling bliss, the less often I will feel unfulfilled. Like, share, subscribe to other sisters who can be encouraged, who you know may be traveling the same path as you, which I know is very, very far in between, because I know the energy that is represented with the chosen ones. I know the energy that is represented on this path on the soul's journey. We don't find many like ourselves, and I want you to know that I'm here for you. I want you to know that I too have been on a journey of finding myself so deeply, and I only want to connect with others who are doing the same, because that's my deepest mission is life. And anyone and everyone who I meet now knows that. So I'm here to find my tribe. I am a part of my tribe. I am not the leader of a tribe. I just am here to share what I know, grow, create the new earth that is already here, and assist others in their ascension. So with that, I love you. I love me. And take care.